Hey you guys, it's the Kaizen Man and I'm here to show you how to change your bathroom faucet. So as you can see, this faucet is pretty old and it's leaking water from the base. And it had been going on for quite a while. I tried a couple of different things to fix it. I changed the aerator, cleaned it, changed the cartridge, but nothing seemed to work. So finally I said, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and replace it. The first thing that I did is I turned off the water. So the one on the left is a hot, the one on the right is a cold. So I shut off the main water valve. I put that cup underneath just to catch any water, and here are the basic tools that I work with. So using my adjustable wrench, I started off by unscrewing the nut for the connector hose from the cold water to the faucet, and once it was loosened up by the wrench, I just did it the rest of the way with my fingers. And I probably should have been wearing gloves. I realized afterwards that I should have been wearing gloves for this job, but it's okay. It's my own home. I didn't care that much. And once I got the nut on the right side off, then I'm doing the same thing on the other side, using the wrench to loosen it and then going with my fingers just to get it out all the rest of the way. Now that I've gotten the bottom part of the connector pipes out, time to unscrew the top part. So this is a tighter space, so I had to change up the tool that I was using, one that had a narrower base. And once I got it loosened up with the wrench, just go ahead and use your fingers to get the rest of it out. I realized I probably should have worn gloves for this, but since this is my own house, I didn't care as much. But yeah, if you're cleaning any kind of plumbing stuff, usually a good idea to have gloves. And same thing on the other side. Once it's loosened, just unscrew it with your hand. And once you've got the connector pipes out, that pretty much means the plumbing part of it has been disconnected. And now you can see those two black little washers. So I'm gonna go ahead and start to unscrew those. These were a little bit tighter to get off just because of the space restriction. But like I mentioned, once they were loose, I got the rest of it off by hand. Now that those are off, it's time to take this off, and oh my god, look at that. You can see that the water has been building up over time. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean that up. I'm using just a regular spray. It's a glass and surface cleaner, and that looks so much better. There, now it's almost back to being brand new, and once that's clean and dry, I'm going to put the bottom part of the new faucet in. Make sure that's a nice snug fit. And it sits on top of that plastic piece. And once that's in, I start to connect it from the bottom with these plastic washers going in first and tightening them by hand so that the faucet feels secure. And then to use the tool as well to tighten them all the way. And once those have been tightened, I'm going to start to connect the water pipes from the main water connection and screwing them in by hand first, getting them to attach. I'm using the same pipes as the one that I had from before because the pipes were totally fine, but if you want to, you can go ahead and get new pipes. Once you have them attached on both ends, making sure to use a wrench to tightly screw it into place as well. So now I have the bottom and the top part connected for both sides, and the faucet's pretty much good to go. As you can see here, the water is running. There's no water leaking from it, so I'm making sure that the connection to the water itself is good. The faucet itself feels really solid. Now here's a part that I didn't actually replace, so I'm going to do that now, which is this middle part here. That's really disgusting, and here's where I really should have been wearing gloves. But I went ahead and took all this out and cleaned it all up, and the faucet that I bought actually came with a piece for the center. So I went ahead and installed that. Unfortunately, I didn't take a full video of that, but that part is relatively easy. It just needed to fit in, like you see me putting it in here. And once that was in, it was fairly easy, but I don't have a full video of that, unfortunately. But this is the final product. As you can see, it's a brand new faucet, and it looks so much better than the one before, and everything is clean. There's no water leak. And I'm gonna go ahead and check the bottom as well, because that's one of the key areas to make sure that there's no water leaking, to touch all the different connection areas, make sure there's no water dripping there, and check the whole bottom here. There's no water dripping at all. And that's the final product. Hope that helps. Enjoy.